welcome back to my channel. So today I have a very exciting video in store for you. I finally got to play around with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina palette. I'm really happy with how this look turned out. This palette is beautiful, may I say. I was so drawn to it the moment I saw that it was being released, so I'm really excited that I got to sort of play around for it and give you a little bit of my review. You get to see how it performs. So if you're interested in seeing how I got this look, then you are in the right place at the right time. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get started. I am so excited to film this video today because it is on the Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina palette. I'm very excited. I ordered this and it came within 2 days of me purchasing it. I was just actually in Florida, which is why I am filming this the week after I received it. The moment I saw this palette was going to be released, I knew I had to buy it. I love purples on my eyes, probably because my eyes are like a greenish hazel. So I knew I had to purchase this. I was so drawn to this palette, so I'm so excited to try it out for you today. This palette cost $42. You receive 14 different shades, and this is sort of what the unicarton looks like. Norvina is actually Anastasia's daughter. I think her real name is Claudia, but her Instagram and her social medias are Norvina. So finally she has her own palette. So the unicarton of course is purple, how fitting, and the palette itself is that nice soft velvet that I think all actually Anastasia palettes are in, so it's that nice soft to touch velvet. And then this is what the palette looks like. Of course comes with a protector, little protector on the mirror, which I'm gonna take off, and this is what the palette looks like. I hope that my camera does a good enough job with the ring light of capturing what the colors look like. It is stunning. Like I said, was so drawn to it, I had to purchase it. So you also get of course a dual-ended brush, which the brushes in the Naked palettes as well as Anastasia palettes I think are pretty good. So if you need brushes, this is a good way to build up your collection. She's so beautiful. All right, I am so excited to play around with this palette, so let's just jump into it and get started. This palette, according to the unicarton, comes with 14, like I said, whimsical shades, ranging from bold and bright mattes to soft pastels and shimmers. And Norvina says, I've always wanted to create a palette that embodies my spirit. I'm a dreamer at heart and get lost in my own fantasy world daily. It's a whimsical place that leaves you feeling carefree. If I had to explain how these colors made me feel, I would say happy. So very cute. Very excited to jump in and play. I am not going to insert swatches because I'm not a pro swatcher. Like, it's just not something I'm very good at. But if you watch any other video, especially a larger beauty guru, they will insert swatches. You can find them online. Let's just jump in and get playing. So I'm going to zoom you guys in. I did already prime my eyelids. I used the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the color Light. I set that down with the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder, and of course did my brows, the Anastasia Brow Wiz in soft brown today, and I set that with hairspray and a spoolie. My brows are a little janky. It's life, man. So I'm going to zoom you guys in and we're going to get started with the fun part. So I'm first going to start with, this is a Simply Essential FE1 Face and Eye Blender brush. It's a nice crease brush. I'm going to first start by applying the color Love, which is this really nice, it actually doesn't really look matte, and I've seen some reviews of people not being happy about that. There's mixed reviews, by the way, about this palette. I'll tell you what my thoughts are. So I'm going to first start with the color Love, which is this really nice pale pink shade, and I'm going to apply that all over the crease area. One of the things I love about this palette is that it has a mirror. I hate when a palette does not have a mirror, so I'm very excited about that. So of course, naturally, I think one of the first things that I'm picking up on with this palette is that there is quite a lot of kick up, and I was expecting that because from what I've heard, most Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes are that way. The shadows are very soft, and so as a result, there's usually a lot of fallout and a lot of pickup when you tap your brush into it. So I'll show you what Love looks like now that I've tapped into it. So as you can see, there's just a lot of fallout, and unfortunately, this is pretty much wasted product at this point because you're really just gonna have to blow it away. On a smaller crease brush by BH Cosmetics, I'm going to go into the color Soul. And I'm going to run that through my crease area, and I'm also going to drag it onto the outer V area as well. Going to take some of that color Soul and I'm going to pop it in the inner corner so we can do a halo eye today. Intensify the color on the inner corner area, I'm going to go in with a smudge brush and I'm going to just pat that color into the inner corner. And then going back in with the same crease brush that we were just using for the pink color, so the color Love, I'm going to go back in, not adding any extra product, but I'm just going to blend everything together. And then if I feel I need more product, I'll go in and add some. I'm going to add just a hair. Everything does look really blended and looks really nice. So next I'm going to go in with the color Base, which is like an ivory color. I'm going to apply that up by the upper brow bone area. And to do so, I'm going to go in with a Japanese shader brush, and this is number 230. I love this color. It has a little bit of a sheen to it, so it's exactly what I want at my upper brow bone. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to intensify the outer V, and I'm going to go in with the color Passion, which is like a burgundy color. I'm going to intensify that with a shader brush, and I'm going to go in really quite light-handedly. Just to bring back a little bit of that purple, going back in with Soul, and I'm going to pat that on the outer V. I'm going to go in with the color Celestial. I first just wet the brush, and then I'm going to tap into that color Celestial. Like it needs to be lightened, like it's much more purple than I would have wanted it to come out. So I'm gonna go in with another brush. This is a BH Cosmetics Angle Concealer brush, and I'm gonna go into the color Wild Child, which is this really fun pink color which has some gold reflex in it. And I'm going to apply that over top of the purple. And this time I'm going to go in with the brush dry, and then I'm going to wet it. See if that works better. Wowza, that color is so much softer than I thought it would be. Holy smokes. I'm gonna add a little bit of highlight to the center, and to do so, in with the color Dreamer. And I'm gonna pop that in the very center of the halo. And I do feel like some of the purple now is completely gone. So I'm gonna pat into the purple a little bit. And I'm gonna go back into the color Soul, and I'm gonna tap that on the outer V and the inner corner to bring back that purple. And to blend everything together, I'm going to go back into the color Love, that nice pink color, and blend it out. The fallout is very real, and it's always really hard for me to tell if I genuinely like how something looks when the rest of my face makeup is not done and I have like these big dark circles under my eyes. So I'm gonna pop off camera really quickly, and I am going to clean up my under eye, and I'm gonna throw on the rest of my makeup. So I'm gonna do everything else off camera because I want the focus to be this palette, and then we'll finish off the lower lash line, and I will give you some of my final thoughts and let you know how I think the look turned out. So what I have on my face today is probably a little bit unusual because, like I said before, I was just in Florida and I got the most sun that I've ever gotten in like years. So I'm a little bit like tanner than I usually am, and I don't really have any foundation that doesn't match my skin, like it's darker. So I've just been sort of mixing things together, hoping that I can get my face to sort of match like my neck and my chest and my arms. And there have been some days where it looks better than other days. So today I'm wearing the Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir in 705, which really is a shade that for the most part matches me when I'm not tanned. So I darkened this up with the Becca Cosmetics Perfect Skin Mineral Powder Foundation in the color Sand, which is a little bit warm. So that really warmed up the color for me. For concealer, I'm just using my usual Tarte Shape Tape concealer. You can see my under eye is much lighter than it would usually appear as a result of that, but this is the only concealer that I really have that I like. So I pop that on and I set that down with the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. Bronzer, I use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the light version because it's the only version that I have, so I'm not as bronzy as I usually would be. And then I used the Note, this is the Note Luminous Silk Compact Blusher in the color 5 Desert Rose. I have been loving this blush, and you guys know I only use the Lancome Sheer Amorose blush, but this blush might be my new favorite. I really have been loving this. And then for highlight today, I did use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Aurora Glow Kit, and I used the color Spectra and Luna, so these purpley shades. I mixed those together. That purple shade is just a little bit dark for me. It would definitely look good on someone who has very deep colored skin. So to diffuse that out a little bit, I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sun Dipped Glow Kit, and I just used this top shade here, which is the color Summer. So I diffused that out a little bit. I did set everything down with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, and I also used the Mario Badescu Facial Spray with Aloe just because my skin is a little bit scaly, a little bit peely, got a little bit of sun even though I wore SPF, so I put that on as well for soothing factor. So it's really what I have on my face. The eyes look significantly better now that I've put on the rest of my face. So I want us to finish up the lower lash line, pop on some mascara, and then I will give you my final thoughts. Also, I took out my earrings because your girl's gonna get foundation on these earrings, which were very expensive from Ann Taylor Loft, as you can imagine. All right, they're back in. I'm looking good. So I do want to actually put on some liner in the lower lash area, and I'm gonna go in with the Marc Jacobs Highliner Matte Gel Crayon in the color Mist Me, which is a really nice, beautiful lavender color. You've seen me use it a million times on my channel, but it is one of my favorite eyeliners. Marc Jacobs eyeliners are so good. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in my waterline. Now that that's in my lower lash line area, I'm gonna smoke out the lower lash line using that color Soul, which is that purple shade that we put on the eye in the crease area. I'm gonna go in with a Real Techniques angled brush, and I'm gonna swoop that on the lower lash line pretty generously. To lighten the lower lash line, I'm going to go in with a pretty precise brush, and I'm actually going to go in with, this is the BH Cosmetics from, I think it's their Rose Gold collection, the number 13 brush. This is actually like a lip brush, but it will fit perfectly right here in the inner corner. And I'm going to go in with the color Wild Child, that really nice pink shade. I'm going to lighten up the inner corner area. For our inner corner, I'm gonna go in with my Naked 2 brush, my favorite. I'm gonna go into the color Dreamer, this really nice shade that we use to highlight the center of the halo eye, and I'm gonna pop that very generously on the inner corner of the eye. And now that that's on the inner corner, I am going to go in and throw on some mascara. We are not doing falsies or winged eyeliner today. And I'm going to go in with the Clinique High Impact Mascara, and I'm going to generously coat my upper and lower lashes. Next, we're gonna finish off the look with some lips. I think you could do a really bold lip with this eye look, like a purpley mauve-y color, but I also think you could do something glossy and fun, which is, of course, it's summer, what I am feeling today, especially because I'm very glowy. My skin's really glowy today. So for lippies, I'm gonna use a couple of different lips. First, I'm gonna go in with this is the Katy Perry and Covergirl collaboration Kitty Cat Matte in the color Sphinx, which is a really nice pale pink color. I'm gonna first apply that. And then on top of that, going to pop on, this is the Lorac Los Angeles Alter Ego lipstick in Foodie Satin. It's a really, really Barbie pink color, and it's shiny, so I'm going to put that on top. And then this look honestly would not be complete without lip gloss in my opinion. So I'm going to go in with the Adesse New York Lip Polish Luxury Lip Gloss. And this is the color, well, it does not say. I don't know what color this is, but it's a really nice, it's like a goldish nude color. I'm just going to pop that right on top. So that completes this review and tutorial. A little bit with what my final thoughts are on how this look came out. Of course, using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina palette. I love it. It looks really good in my opinion. I did not have a hard time at all with any of the colors that I played around with. I would say if Fallout is something that's a no for you, you probably won't like this palette. And if you don't really like purples, you probably will also not like this palette because it's primarily like purples and pink shades, a little bit of some cool tone colors. But for the most part, I really liked it. I don't think it's anything that was bad or anything. Like, I know there was a lot of hype about the Subculture palette. Was it going to be like that? I didn't try the Subculture palette. I didn't really want to buy it, first of all, and there were such bad reviews, but I think this look turned out really beautifully. I'm really happy with how it came out, and I also think there's going to be some other looks that you'll be able to get from this palette. There are some warmer tones in the palette and some neutral shades that you could definitely play around with a little bit. So I'm excited to continue to play around with this palette. So that completes this video. I hope you guys liked it, and if you did, make sure you're giving it a big thumbs up and subscribing. I will see you next time with another new video. Bye guys!